Right, goeiemôre almal. Ons het almal met groot afwagting gewag vir die eerste veiling van die 2022 winterverkoopseisoen. Good morning everybody. We all waited with a bated breath for the first sale of the 2022 winter selling season for Mohair. And yesterday was a bit of a disappointment with the market down with 7%. There's enough reasons. And I've mentioned in my written report that I think one of the main reasons is the visit last week of the biggest buyer of Mohair in Europe, that they're all hesitant because of inflation. As you know, in all big business, the moment there's huge inflation, and in Europe and North America is not used to inflation. Their normal inflation is 0.1%, 0.3%, and suddenly they are between 8 and 13%, even higher than South Africa. Here we are used of inflation, but they're not. And what does any big business do when there's inflation? They look at the sourcing of their raw products before they start manufacturing, and starting to push the price down. And that's exactly what happens at the moment. They stop buying because they said Mohair is too expensive. Yes, I know in South Africa we won't think so, that Mohair is too expensive, but that's unfortunately the reality of the world. We are trading in a world commodity, and we must take the ups and downs. The East is not much better, where China plays a major role. China is still virtually closed with COVID. We all know there's stringent rules and regulations yet for COVID. If there's 2 or 3 people getting COVID in the city, they close down the city. But that means that most of the factories are still closed. That means that they don't buy Mohair. And look at the growth of the economy in China with this COVID. It plummeted down right to 3%. We all know for South Africa 3% is good, but for China that is used to between 7 and 11%, that is a disaster for them. So they also get more conservative. They've also got, I'm not even mentioning the war between the Ukraine and Russia that's on their borders. They also have a bit of influence in Europe. So there's enough reasons why the market must come down and why there's suddenly a bit of hesitancy in buying. But saying that, with adults still selling above 300 Rand a kilogram, I think that's a good price. Young goats battled yesterday. They came down quite extensively, but fortunately there was not enough of theirs. There was only a few bales on the sale, and kids also battled. I must say, kids, good length kids of 24-25 micron, which is not easily or readily available in the winter season. I think there's still a good demand for that. And you could see the bales that sold yesterday, 700 Rand and above, were summer kids. So that is what we're still looking for. And but young goats is in trouble. I think good length young goats will sell well. And adults, there's not a lot in stock because there was virtually no adults in the summer season. So I think that's still also, that market is still okay. But now suddenly you will understand why we were so sensitive about weights on the second sale, where there was an influx of Mohair, and under marketing circumstances as the present feeling, you can't overload the market with Mohair. Then you will just get a spiraling down of the prices. I hope farmers understand that it's actually in their belonging, but we are very stringent on closing the sale on 150,000 kilos. I can warn you that the third sale that is also not going to close on the published date. There's still a lot of mohair coming in, and I will, if your mohair is ready, I will deliver it if you want to be on the third sale of the season. My own advice is I will wait for a little bit later in the season because the Lesotho clip is also on offer now, and here from the fourth sale onwards, most of the Lesotho will be sold, and suddenly there is then 100,000 kilos less on each sale to be offered, and I'm quite sure that that will help with the prices, and that will alleviate some of the pressure. I'm not going to refer to the exchange rate. I know the rand weakening with 1% compared to the previous sale, and if you compare it to a year ago, there's quite a huge difference in price, and if you compare that sale, we're also 4% down than a year ago. But as we all know, mohair, I don't think that's the end of the world. Things can recover in weeks, and let's yet hope for the best. We've decided on the slides that we're not going to go through the slides in detail. You all can see the slides, and it's not necessary for me to repeat everything what you can see in front of you. If we go there to the first slide, you will see that we sold 92% of the market yesterday. The kids came down 9%. I must say the first sale is not a very accurate sale to quote, because there was virtually no kids and youngers on the sale. It was basically adults, and so the adults is more of an accurate barometer, and there you can see 5% down. But that was mainly on the fine adults. The strong adults was basically unchanged. Youngers came down with 10%. If we go to the next slide, you will see there that 7% down to compared to the previous sale, the summer sale, but if you compare it to the previous sale in the summer season, between 2 and 4% yet down. Then we go to the most important yet one, the price movement per micron groups, and there you can see everything is down. If I must show something, you will see there the 33, 34 micron group on the non-RMS actually went up yesterday. So compared to the last summer season, but that was not really yet anything. We're talking 1-2 bales yet of a catalogue. The total RMS bales offered is well in the 80%, and yesterday it was 85% yet again. If you go to the next slide, you will see there that the rand traded at 15.39 on the previous sale, 16.43% of 16.43 yesterday, and that is actually 1% weaker, not stronger, that the slides say, and yet so, but it didn't have really an influence on yesterday's sale. The next slide there, what's important is the dollar indicator at $27, still a fairly good price. Then on average, and then we go to the top producers. There, House of Vyver bin at 701 Rand was the top price at House of Vyver. There was a few other bales in between. But the first farmer, Soldaatskop Estates, Jeff, congratulations with your 650, and 8 Kyk Boerdery from Willowmore at 641. We'll see where I was very proud of this bin. If you see a 26, 27 micron bin, also nearly 700 Rand a kilo. That is a very good price. So you can see that there is still, for good quality, there's still good demand. There you'll see the 31, 32 microns. Nati Trotsky, there the top price at $3.99. But there was a big drop in price. And the 33 microns, there Sean Hobson, with his actually one of his adult bales, sold there for $380, the top price of a day. So that was also good for him. 34, 35 micron. The Painters of Adelaide for his 36 micron at 340 Rand, top price of a day. And the strong adults, the Painters again at 340 Rand for 37 micron. That's an excellent price. 37, 38 microns sold via more around about 315 to 320 Rand a kilo, so that's an excellent price. If we go to the buyer participation, see Mosen Falls bought his normal 9% that he usually buys in summer, and but I expect him to be a little bit stronger this season. VBC is a new name for you as a buyer, although it's an old buying house as Vitali Barberos Canonica, but that's a huge Italian word for us, so we just call it VBC. That is the old New England buying house that was bought out by Vitali Barberos Canonica. Samuel bought 55%, Stukken 58% with two processors, Zudwiller nearly 14%. Thank you, Ivan. He's really playing a major role in summer, and he's still playing a role in the winter season. I'm glad to see him back in the market. Alice Kodeker, her usual 3%. So that was quite good. So that's all from me. I was supposed to have a chat with Lindsay today. You all remember on the last sale on the summer season, I promised you, because they went over to Europe in July to visit all the main fashion houses and some shows, and to give a little bit of a report back. But she's got a heavy cold and flu, so she can't utter a word. So hopefully she will be healthy in 3 weeks' time, when the next sale, when we present the second sale. And then we will have a proper feedback yet from her. That makes a difference for us at BKB and House of Vyver, is that we get feedback from the horse's mouth and give you an informed opinion. But the second sale will be crunch time for us. It's going to be a big sale. 150,000 kilos of Cape, 120,000 kilos of Lesotho. It will show all the weak spots in our armor, and hopefully it goes well. See you weer again. God bless. En alle voorspoed vir u. Hou die bokke maar warm. Ek hoop hulle lam goed. En dan sien ons in 3 weke se tyd.